Hey guys, Petko here. I know I've been off YouTube for a while, but as you guys can see, I am in a new apartment. Meaning that videos, guides, and so on was delayed by a couple weeks. My apologies. But this video is going to be about Mythic Plus, and it's going to be about Shaman in the current meta in Season 3 of the new expansion. Before I begin, I'll give you a table of content so you can choose if you want to skip the video and watch the exact part you're interested in. First we begin talents, covenants, then we talk about soul binds and conduits, then we talk about stats, beast gear and trinkets, rotation gameplay. As you guys already know, I do that every single year. At last, I'll tell you guys my final thoughts about the spec and how it currently performs season. Now, without any further ado, begin. Alright, so first thing first, let's talk about talents. Now, our talents remain pretty much the same from last season. Nothing has changed so far from Mythic Plus for us, and you should play those talents in every single key, every single dungeon, every single affix. It doesn't matter if you do plus 15, plus 10, or plus 35. Those are the go-to talents for you all the time. Now, let's talk about actual covenant choice and why you should go Night Fae. Night Fae, in my opinion, is the best covenant for Mythic Plus. However, there is an exception. If you do lack Necrolord, you can go, for example, Necrolord. Yes, you might lose a bit of DPS in AoE, but genuinely Necrolord is just as good as Night Fae. Well, let's just say a bit less valuable than Night Fae is. But nonetheless, if you don't have a Necrolord, Shaman can be a viable choice. Now, going kill an Inventor, in my opinion, a bit of trolling, and I don't recommend you to go kill an Inventor at all. Let's talk about conduits. What shall be our conduits? First of all, our potency conduits. Now, the most important one being Cold Flame. That is a must conduit to have. The second conduit, meaning that you play all the time First Strike and you play Kurain, which I assume you do. Kurain is the soulbind of Night Fae. You want to play either Essential Extractions or Shake the Foundation. Now, I myself play Shake the Foundation because I play in a pre-made group. And I know exactly which pack we're gonna kill, which pack we're gonna skip, which rank we're gonna proc, and so on. If you, however, puck, playing Essential Extraction might be better for the sake of like you pugging, right? Because then you can have more frequent Fate transfusions, therefore more frequent elementals, and therefore you benefit a lot more. If you're in a pre-made group, Shake the Foundation generally does more damage because you don't need more CDR because you kill Ur all the time. But yeah, I mean, honestly a situational thing. Let's talk about stats. Stats are one of the most important things in Mythic Plus, and I am going to give you the exact stats that I believe are the best one right now. Now, let's talk about crit. Crit should be anywhere between 30 and 35. The more crit you have, the better you're gonna do. However, keep in mind, crit is not the best stat for single target. So 35-ish, 30 crit is a reasonable amount. KS values, I would never go more than like 25%. 25 is like my top. Obviously, the more the better, but like I feel like that's kind of our like a break point, right? Versatility. Now here is when it really depends. If you play like a medium case, low case, then playing like low verse is fine. If you play high case like 22 and 23, I myself will advise to have at least like 50% verse. Mastery anywhere from like 25 and 30 is fine. Now, Mastery used to be really bad stat. Nowadays, it's not as bad because first of all, your Elemental got nerfed, so now you have a maximum of stacks for Gust Wind 10. So therefore, Haste becomes less valuable, and Mastery has always been a good stat for single target. Having some Mastery in your gear is not that bad. However, don't go like too much Mastery because that is generally not really the best stat. But having a little bit Mastery, it's perfectly fine. Okay, so what are our best trinkets for Mythic Plus and kind of a beast gear? So first of all, there's no such thing as beast gear. Beast gear does not exist. Try to get the highest item level possible from your vaults, from Mythic Plus, from raiding, doesn't really matter what you do. And try to rotate stats around until you hit the stats that I just said previously. Trinkets wise, however, I believe there are two trinkets that are clear winners here. The first must trinket, in my opinion, is Unbound Changeling, the one from Mists. It is extremely good, and I use it for both Mythic Plus and raiding, and I absolutely advise you to get it. So yeah, go farm it. Second trinket can be Solea from Gambit, or it can be Elegy from the raid. It is pretty good. However, I prefer to run Elegy because I just feel it's better. Obviously there are a few trinkets that you can give it a try. For example, the first Saiju from Pantheon Trinket, or even IKD. But I myself prefer to play with double passive trinket because our damage profile is more consistent, meaning that our passive trinkets will give us damage all the time rather than just active trinkets, right? So yeah, I would say generally you wanna go for double passive trinkets, and yeah, that's it. Now, as you guys already know, AoE is our most iconic kind of a feature that we have as shamans. We do exceptionally good AoE, and if played correctly, like we can be one of the best specs to do so. First of all, one of the biggest tips I can give you is always try to hold Maelstrom for next pack. Now, holding Maelstrom for next pack will generally give you a less ramp up time, therefore faster burst and therefore more damage. Try to hold some Maelstrom or resources from the previous pack to the next pack. Now, if you're an advanced player, you know, you can hold also the Equals buff and Maelstrom, meaning that once you enter the next pack, you're gonna do like super high opener, like I'm gonna show you right now. So first of all, always precast Stormkeeper before you get into the pack, very, very important. After that, you summon your Elemental. As always, as you guys can see, Elemental is gonna be part of your rotation. Put your Elemental after Stormkeeper, and then, look at this, place an Earthquake. Well, that was very unfortunate because my Check the Foundation just proc my chain lighting and I didn't get my Gust Twin stacks for my Elemental, but it's fine. But as you can see, the reason why I'm having extra Earthquake is because I held my Earthquake from the previous pack, and now I can do high burst. And as you can see right now, it's just doing massive opener, and that, ladies and gentlemen, you can do every single key. That is how good it is. Right, obviously, are we as good as, for example, locks? No, locks are better. Survival hunters are also better, but shamans right now are very good as well. Obviously, you can proceed with like chain lighting, Earthshock, Earthquake, chain lighting, Earthshock, Earthquake. All right, let's talk about single target. Okay, so first and foremost, the most important thing is having a 4-set. Okay, I have a 4-set. Job's pretty easy. Make sure to cast Lava Burst during Elemental, as many Lava Bursts as possible during Elemental, because you want to maintain that Elemental as high as possible, so it never drops out, right? As you can see, the more Lava Bursts you cast, the more uptime on Elemental you're gonna get. You want to cast Fade Transfusion exactly when this guy spawns, right? Because if you cast Fade at the beginning of the boss fight, when there's like a 3 relics and a boss, it's not really worth. So you want to cast it exactly when it's only the relic and the boss itself. And during the boss, you want to just cast Lava Burst on cooldown. And if you don't have Lava Burst, you don't want to cast Lightning Bolt. But generally, Shamans are one of the highest single target specs right now in Mythic Plus, and they're extremely good. So I would advise you guys to keep playing it and having fun with it. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions. Now, I'm not gonna go into how to play 2 targets, full targets, you know, because if I do that, then it's gonna be a very lengthy video. So if you guys are interested in that, I'm gonna leave an article below, or I'm gonna just show you guys my Discord, where there's like a tons of information available to all of you, and you can learn how to play that better. If you have any questions, obviously make sure to DM me down below, but I'm just trying to make it as quick as possible, as fast and clear, so you guys can understand everything. Okay, now final thoughts of the spec. How does the spec perform in Mythic Plus as of now? Currently, I would say we're one of the best specs to play Mythic Plus. However, Survival Hunter and Destrolock are way ahead of like any other spec. So generally, we don't fit the meta because we're not as OP as them. However, keep in mind, if they get nerfed, Shamans are likely to get to rise to the top once again. So don't give up on your Shaman. Keep playing your Shaman, because you never know. Nerfs buffs are coming every single month, so this month they might be not as strong, but next month they can be meta. So keep an eye. Very interactive gameplay. I love Shaman right now. Yeah, I mean, I've been loving it for years. I hope you guys enjoy the content. If you guys like the content, make sure to hit the follow button. It helps us grow, it helps us like produce more content, so generally heads up for that one. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace and love. Bye for now.